Voice of the Jungle. Voice of the Jungle. What's going on there, guys? I'm Tanner and this is Voice of the Jungle. So today we saw the Denver Broncos get smashed underneath the claws of the Bengals. Yeah, no, that didn't happen. We barely won the game and it was quite boring, especially in the middle, second and third half, or second and third quarter. It was frankly boring. It was a lot of back and forth. The very first thing I want to get to is the Kirkpatrick almost pick six. I mean, it was comical to get a 100-yard return on an interception, but you don't get the touchdown. You were right there. You were right there. I mean, right there. And you turn to look. You turn to look and you drop the ball. I mean, I get it. He's a defensive player, but you tuck that ball in like it's a brand new baby. You wouldn't have a baby and go flinging them all over the place. I mean, come on. Now, granted, that being said, we got the touchdown and we took the lead. Then we missed the field goal. We missed the extra point. That's just pathetic. This Bengals win did not feel like a win. Did the Bengals fans even want to win? Because frankly, I don't know. It keeps more pressure on Marvin if we lose, because that guy sucks. I thought I saw him taking a nap during halftime again. Luckily, somebody woke him up. Well, they at least woke Andy Dalton up at the end of the fourth quarter, because we were able to get that A.J. Green touchdown and kind of, get the momentum going. The defense is so freaking tired. They are sick and tired of being out on that field. That's why we need an offensive line that can hold us and help us make plays. We still don't have an offensive line. We come into this game the lowest in the NFL in rushing yards. Nobody is worse. That's what that means. And yet we have a star player as our running back. And I don't want people to sit and forget about Giovanni Bernard. Go ahead and forget about Jeremy Hill. He's done. He's a wash at this point. But Giovanni Bernard, granted he had negative yards today, but we cannot forget about him. If we had an offensive line, he could be that power back that runs right up the middle. Meanwhile, Joe Mixon is cutting around, making these all-star plays, looking like the man that he is. We just need to keep that up. There's not a whole lot to say, other than, frankly, it was back and forth. It was boring. Come on, we really need to drive home the fact that the coaching sucks. It absolutely sucks. We are lucky that we won that game. Another thing I want to take away from that is how humorous it is for the Bengals to now get one game off of the playoffs. So once again, we have this chance to go to the playoffs and lose again. And the team that we play next week to help us secure that playoff game is the Browns. And the Browns are currently paying Brock Osweiler, who we just beat, $900,000, what is it, per game? To play as quarterback in Denver. Oh, come on, get out of here. The Browns suck, man. That is just, the Bengals suck, but the Browns, that's, if it's brown, flush it down. Because we don't want it in this town. You know what? There's not a whole lot, like I said. I'm actually going to start a Voice of the Jungle podcast. So we're going to be going over, what we saw in each Sunday game. We're going to be talking about the different plays that we saw. And I want your guys' input. I want to know what you guys think, what the fans think. This is Voice of the Jungle. Everybody's the Voice of the Jungle. So I'm hoping to get that done tonight. I even got, this. I'm thinking about even live streaming it. Who knows? But I'm hoping to come out with at least a weekly podcast. So talking about the Bengals, I want to get different people's opinions. I want to bring fans in. I want to know what they have to think. This is not just me blasting Marvin Lewis, because that guy sucks. Get him out of Cincinnati. Get him out. Don't even make him a janitor. Let him wallow in his sadness and fade off into the nothing that his career deserves. He had a great first 10 years with the Bengals where he transformed us from the pile of dog crap that they were. He brought us back to general champion. I mean, we looked so damn good 6 years ago. We were starting to hit that elevator ride. We were coming up. And yet, he just kind of fell back into it, and now we're right back where we were. The coaching needs to go. Offensive line. I can't. I'm sick and tired of even saying it. I'm so sick and tired of saying it. We need an offensive line. That's numero uno, senor. We need an offensive line. Somebody tell Mike Brown, because Mike Brown is taking naps, snuggling up next to Marvin Lewis, not even bothering to watch the game. I'm getting hot. Oh, I'm getting hot. We need an offensive line. We need to be able to make those plays. Our defense cannot continue to hold this entire game. They were out there 10 minutes more than the offense. We cannot have a team that depends on a defense because they're worn out. And especially today, up in that high altitude air, the thin air, we saw with even Burfict was getting leg cramps. We didn't even have all our players. Pac-Man Jones is out. Will Jackson III was out. But yet, we barely got by. I mean, we need some serious changes. Nevertheless, I don't want to take away from the fact that it's a Bengals win. That's always a good thing. Always good to see the orange and black win. So, we can go into Cleveland next week. Who knows? Maybe we'll win. Maybe we won't. Cleveland's defense looks good. Speaking of that game, Voice of the Jungle, I am going to be down at Paul Brown Stadium on Sunday. I want to find the craziest tailgaters. Tailgate Tan is going to be down at Paul Brown. I want to crush some beers with you guys. I want to get what you guys have to say. I'm bringing the camera. I'm trying to find a cameraman. I want to get you guys in your opinion. I want to know what you have to say to Marvin Lewis. I want to know what you have to say to the offensive line that you would say to the camera, but you definitely wouldn't say to them. So either send in your questions, come and find me down there on Sunday. Follow me. I think we got a Twitter now. It's Bengals VOTJ at Bengals VOTJ. Talk to me, reach out. You guys are fans, I'm fans. We are all part of this Voice of the Jungle community. And everybody, cheers to the win tonight out in Denver. And we'll see you next week. Hooday! Voice of the Jungle! Voice of the Jungle. Go to voiceofthejungle.com right now to see all of my newest videos. I'm starting a podcast. I'm going to be down tailgating, Tailgate Tan at the tailgate at Paul Brown. We're doing some cool stuff. So go to voiceofthejungle.com.